Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. Have you ever had a really bad day? Like a really bad day? Maybe you're having a bad day today. Or maybe a bad week or month or year. You know, if anyone had bad days or bad weeks, months or years, it would have been David. David had experienced a lot of situations in his life where things looked pretty bleak. I could think of the times of the persecution of Saul. You could think about also the rebellion of his son Absalom and other times. David was a man who was acquainted with difficulty and hardship and trial. Well, in Psalm 143, we get to see what he did in those times, in those situations when things were pretty difficult. And at the beginning of Psalm 143, he gives kind of a description of what he's going through. He says, "For the enemy has persecuted my soul. He has crushed my life to the ground. He has made me dwell in dark places like those who have been long dead. Therefore my spirit is overwhelmed within me. My heart is appalled within me." David's going through a rough patch in his life. Someone in this particular situation is persecuting him, chasing after him, wanting to see him destroyed. And this was really causing a lot of vexation and anxiety in David's heart. But he didn't let it overtake him, but he did some things that helped alleviate what was going on in his heart, the stress that was being laid on him. And as we consider these things, we can perhaps put these things into practice in our own lives when we find ourselves having a bad day or week or month or year. And this is what he says in verses 5 and 6. It says, "I remember the days of old. I meditate on all your doings. I muse on the work of your hands. I stretch out my hands to you. My soul longs for you as a parched land." So one of the first things that is listed here that David did was he remembered the days of old. You know, when you don't have anything really good to see in the present moment, sometimes it's good to remember the days of old. To remember the times when the Lord was there for you. The times when things were good. To realize that, yes, things are difficult now, but things were good before, and there's a good chance that things will get good again. To remember the days of old can be an encouragement. The second thing listed is, "I meditate on all your doings." That is, to meditate means to really think about and to kind of have that inward conversation within about all the doings of the Lord. To think of all the times that the Lord has worked in your life, the times when the Lord has answered our prayers, the times when the Lord has showed up. We can meditate on those things and receive encouragement for the present distress. Thirdly, he says, "I muse on the work of your hands," or pay attention to the work of your hands. And we can look at the things that the Lord has done, if nothing else, through his creation. We see the work of his hands, the beautiful sunrise, the beautiful sunset. We can feel the cool breeze blowing against our skin. We can see the green trees, the green grass. We can see all the wonderful things that God's created. We can look out on a dark night up into the sky and see the flickering stars that he has created and placed in the heavens. And as we pay attention to those things, it can encourage our hearts to realize that he's in control. He created this whole universe with order and with purpose. And he can also bring order into our lives as well. And we can trust him and rely upon him and realize that he has wisdom and he also has power. And he's going to do what is the right thing to do. And he has the power to bring about the good that he has desired for us. And then it says, "I stretch out my hands to you." To stretch out the hands has the idea of prayer, but also a reaching out for God. Seeking the presence of God is another thing that we can do in those hard times. to stretch out our hands to the Lord and just seek the Lord and to desire Him and to look towards Him can bring a lot of encouragement to our hearts, and it can cause us to look to higher things than just the situation that we're in, to have a higher view of our situation. And then he says, my soul longs for you as a parched land. And so this parched land that needs rain, that needs nourishment from heaven, the same thing could be true with our souls. And our souls might be parched. It might need some heavenly rain poured upon them. And when we long for the Lord, when we seek the Lord, when we desire the Lord with all of our heart, we can see Him as our true satisfaction and the one who can come and satisfy our deepest needs. So if you find yourself in a hard spot, in a difficult spot, you're having a bad day, bad week, bad month, bad year, Psalm 43 might be an encouragement for you and for me. As we go through and look at these different things that David did, who himself also experienced difficult situations, it can encourage us as well. As we remember the days of old, as we meditate on the doings of the Lord, as we muse on the works of the Lord's hands, as we stretch out our hands to the Lord, and as our soul longs for the Lord as a parched land. These are some things, some very practical things that we can do to give us an encouragement during those times. So with that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.